The first Now You See Me film introduces the Four Horsemen, a group of magicians recruited to work for the mysterious Eye, a secret society of magicians using their talents to help those in need. The members of the Four Horsemen include J. Daniel Atlas, the group's arrogant illusionist leader, Merritt McKinney, a fast-talking mentalist, Henley Reeves, an escape artist, and Jack Wilder, an expert pickpocket and impressionist. While performing a show in Las Vegas, the Four Horsemen seemingly transport an audience volunteer into a bank vault in Paris, then rain down all of the stolen euros into the cheering crowd. As FBI agent Dylan Rhodes and Interpol detective Alma Dray investigate the bank heist, they seek the help of retired magician Thaddeus Bradley to help determine how the robbery was pulled off. Thaddeus, who has earned the ire of the magic community for debunking secrets of various tricks to the general public, theorized that the Horsemen had secretly stolen the money before their magic show, then built an exact replica of the vault to use as part of the illusion that they had teleported an audience member to Paris. The Four Horsemen performed their next show in New Orleans, funded by their investor, insurance magnate Arthur Tressler. But during this latest act, Tressler is shocked and infuriated to discover that the Horsemen have stolen money from his bank accounts and transferred it to members of the audience who were denied their rightful insurance claims by his company during Hurricane Katrina. Dylan and Alma then track the magicians to New York City, where they are preparing to stage their final heist. While being pursued by a team of FBI agents, Daniel, Merritt, and Henley evade capture, though Jack is tragically killed in a car accident. The surviving Horsemen continue on with their final heist, which involves stealing a safe from the renowned Elkhorn Security. Rhodes leads the FBI in intercepting the safe, only to discover that they had been tricked, as Jack had faked his death to steal the money before the FBI could reach the safe, which is now simply filled with balloon animals. The stolen money is then found in Thaddeus Bradley's car, framing him as a supposed accomplice of the Four Horsemen. As the movie comes to a close, the imprisoned Thaddeus Bradley is visited by Agent Dylan Rhodes, who reveals that he is in fact working with the Eye, secretly aiding the Four Horsemen in all of their heists. Decades prior, Dylan's father Lionel Strike was a famed magician whose career was ruined after being exposed by Thaddeus, bitter over not being accepted as a member of the Eye himself. Hoping to rebuild his career, Lionel attempted a daring escape act out of an Elkhorn safe. Unfortunately, the safe was faulty, and Lionel drowned to death, after which Tressler's company refused to pay out his life insurance. And so, Dylan has orchestrated the ultimate revenge against all of those who wronged his family. In the end, Dylan finally reveals himself to the Horsemen, officially inducting them as members of the Eye. In Now You See Me 2, 18 months have passed and the Four Horsemen have grown impatient while waiting for their next mission from the Eye. This has led to Henley leaving the group, replaced by obsessive fangirl magician Lulu May. In the hopes of honing their skills, Jack agrees to mentor Merritt in sleight of hand, while Merritt coaches Jack on how to hypnotize people. Dylan Rhodes finally gives the team their newest mission from the Eye, bringing down Owen Case, a CEO whose new cell phone secretly and illegally steals its users' data to sell on the black market. Unfortunately, the Four Horsemen's latest magic heist goes awry, as a mystery figure thwarts their plans and publicly reveals that Dylan is in fact the mastermind behind their operation. Dylan and the Horsemen are forced to flee as they are pursued by the FBI, now led by Deputy Director Natalie Austin. The Four Horsemen are then captured by Merritt's villainous twin brother Chase, and taken to Macau to meet with tech genius Walter Mabry, the mystery figure who thwarted their heist. Walter explains that he is a former business partner of Owen Case, who betrayed him and stole the designs for a valuable data chip that could access any computer system in the world. Walter now demands that the Horsemen steal the chip for him, which J. Daniel Atlas reluctantly agrees to, though plotting to betray Walter to keep the dangerous device out of his greedy hands. The Horsemen acquire the tools necessary for the heist from a magic shop owned by fellow Eye members Lee and Boo Boo. Using their expert sleight of hand precision, the Horsemen successfully steal the chip right from under the nose of its security guard Alan. Meanwhile, Dylan seeks the help of his old rival Thaddeus Bradley, breaking the magic debunker out of prison. Dylan and Thaddeus race to Macau and reunite with Daniel, who explains his plan to steal the chip and deliver it to the Eye for safekeeping. Unfortunately, this was all a trap set up by Thaddeus, as Walter and his security forces arrive to claim the chip. Dylan fights the soldiers and is ultimately captured, though Daniel is able to escape. Walter then reveals himself to be the son of Arthur Tressler, and they have been working together to seek vengeance against Dylan and the Horsemen for stealing their money. As part of that revenge, they lock Dylan in a safe just like the one his father died in, then drop him underwater. Thaddeus then vows to Walter and Tressler that he will help them catch the remaining horsemen. Dylan manages to escape the safe, averting a death similar to his father. He reunites with the horsemen, though they are all disappointed to realize that the chip they stole is actually a fake. And so, with the help of Lee and Boo Boo, they devise a plan to take down Walter and Tressler by deceiving them with the fake chip. The Four Horsemen announce their next public show in London, vowing to expose Walter and Tressler. But before the show can begin, Dylan and the horsemen are captured by Walter, Tressler, and Chase and taken aboard a private jet. Their lives threatened, the horsemen reluctantly turn over the chip to Walter before his henchman Chase pushes them out of the plane to their deaths. And that's when Walter, Tressler, and Chase realize that the plane is actually parked on a floating set on the River Thames. Jack had used his newly mastered hypnotism skills to trick the villains, and the horsemen filmed the entire confrontation to prove their treachery. In the end, Walter, Tressler, and Chase are all arrested for their crimes, while the horsemen celebrate with other members of the Eye, surprisingly including the chip security guard Alan. Thaddeus Bradley then arrives, revealing himself to be the true leader of the Eye, explaining to Dylan that his rivalry with Lionel Strike was just a ruse between the secret friends to hide his real identity. And so, Dylan forgives Thaddeus, while Thaddeus names Dylan the new leader of the Eye.